screen here. Most of the time we will go for screen. Okay. So we are from WEC Mission, WEC International Mission. So WEC stands for Worldwide Evangelization for Christ. And since 1913, so maybe we're going to go with this all the time. Anyway, so from 70 different nationals, and then around 2,000 long-term missionaries, and then working in 90 different countries.
1930 mo wang wait mission jam ibu monang ayang ado ministry ju som lenga Bible teman saya kami ibu bangsa ni anu ye tau jam ibu monang.
So as we said, currently we have around 130 Northeast Indian workers working with us.
Koja dapat nanjing Northeast India ma ado ministry ma during Sausangu during balan monang.
So I'm going to share about why we are here this morning.
Kenapa ado ma tumana angna Bible si ado jam ibu na.
So as I said, we are from Korea.
Tumana Korea ma bu se tau iyang ye.
Korea is a small country, not like India.
Korea India sena yong bu yichi sui monang.
So we come from, of course, South Korea.
South Korea yi kamu bainam tumana.
And the greetings from South Korea.
South Korea mo salam China.
So Korean language you call 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. Anyways,
that's a greeting, right?
Yes.
Ado salam hamu ya.
Then when we say we 사랑합니다. Yes, this is 사랑합니다 Korean language.
That's a foreign to me.
And also, okay, I'm bringing greetings from Korean church.
Korea pumeno puku. Kawang yang salam.
Korea is a small country.
Korea acing habu kamek jasi yang ye.
Just like your country, we Koreans, we were not Christian country before.
Luman ki mu asong wanda Korea lano.
Only
Christianity nam jemyang mo yang ye.
Only 140 years ago. 140 years.
Koja tali nanjing wang biang hai Christianity mo idwen ha katai monang.
Our people, Korean people, we were living in darkness.
Tuman Korea katalan wang yang na hakangok bayang.
Also, we were the idol worshippers. And because of that, our people, in a sense, spiritually, we were hopeless people. But 1866, God sent one missionary from Britain to reach Korean people. But the time he landed on Korean Peninsula, he was captured. And that very place, our Korean ancestors, they killed missionaries. In a sense, our people, we are the missionary killers. But God never given up. God sent another 3 missionaries from USA. And by God's grace, none of them they were killed. They successfully launched in Korea. Afterwards, many missionaries came into Korea, and many of them they gave their lives for Korea. Not were killed, but they died by sickness. As I said, 140 years passed since.
Wangpang Kojatali, Nanjing Lindigi.
So now, today, Korean church,
Tuni Korea Pumenoka.
we have around 9 million Protestant Christians we have.
9 million Teman Baptist people, Protestant Christian
And
land.
then 60,000 Protestant churches in Korea.
Ayanga Haja, the Wok Nanjing, Protestant Teman churches land people.
And then Korean church, they sent out nearly 13,000 missionaries to all over the world.
Kadong yu akan fide Korea Pumenok Lana, Haja Tapan Nanjing missionaries land.
The reason we send out missionaries overseas, generally Korean church, we have a kind of, we are obligated to send.
Tuman ma, kawang mabu, nyepu yang Singapore buja, tumana missionary land sunak tinese, nyepu land sa tinggal kayana.
Because we received good news from the missionary freely.
Ang cina missionaries land mabu, kungau abaya cacang ja tumana yayangi.
Other word, before missionary arrived, we were living in darkness.
Aga yiji sibama missionary land landai tumana wangyang ma oyangi.
Because missionary brought good news to us. That's why we have churches and many believers there in Korea.
Missionary land kaya tuman mong jam da kungau amay hana tampu jine. Umayno maangaya Korea mo nang Christian kata.
So when you go to Korea, of course, many mega churches they do world mission.
Umayno ayong lana. Anya ina kadong yu akan fida mission tuling bumona.
And then even small church, not a big church, small churches, they also do mission.
Yung bu kumanok na achiya ko, aching habu kumanok lano o, yui ya kama mission tuling na.
I know one church in Seoul. I know one church in Seoul.
Seoul City ma, kumanok cha, tiang daw singnam.
I don't want to mention that small church, but anyway, it's a very small church, only 14 years old.
Adaw kumanok ka, wang kayang pano bali ay way kumanok.
These are the whole church members on Sunday coming.
Hayang tau lekpan mengibo halan iman kumanok lan situ alam mona.
Every Sunday, around 60 to 70 people are coming for Sunday service.
Hanyu lepe tawok ay tinyet halan nanjing ay yam nok bay kumona.
You know, how do they work for world mission?
Mission kadong yu mission jingna hanggat tuling nang musin naman singyasi.
They support 27 missionaries.
Ataulan iman acing habuan missionary taman hit tepau na.
Well, the small church, only 14 years old, small church, they support maybe little amount of money monthly.
Cing habu pumanok cha yang awam tempan beli ay ngoi buat. Halan sibu missionary pau buat yang mission tuing lingku teman ngina.
But actually, no. They are supporting every missionaries monthly over 25,000 rupees.
Hajata mga nanjing likyang de missionary land iman tam nyipda hadaw pumanok ka paunam.
Almost 1 lakh. No, how much? 1 lakh, more than 1 lakh. They're supporting, but much more than
Much more.
Yes. Anyways, they're supporting that money monthly. It's a human calculation somehow is impossible.
Katala na, tay bu de mong de yong lak na. Hayang boy heki hadaw pumanok ajoy kawang mission tuing na.
But they do it.
Hayang boy imana hadaw lingnam.
Not only churches in the rural, the urban area, city churches. Churches in cities, they also do mission work.
Hadaw jinginok yimbu pumanok sa yeti hayang boy anyo taon sila mo ngokulan o mission tuing na.
Even churches in rural area, many of those churches, they also do mission work.
Jinginok yimbu lano o mission tuing yalak palingnam.
That church is my home church.
Hayang hadaw pumanok tiang ibu.
I
Hayang hadaw pumanok aja.
attended that church until my elementary school students.
Class elementary hipak tangoy sa hadaw pumanok pa taw pom mo yang.
That church is now 70 years old.
Hayang hadaw pumanok wang biang tinyin.
And then members in that church, rural area, members, around 50 to 60 people are coming to that church.
Hayang hadaw yup nok ta paibo Hado jingi nok ye me, hado pai bua kada tengah kebok nanjing nam.
Year before last year, I visited that church after a long time.
Wang piang nang chang alin da pai me. Wang song hado pumai nok tatau pai yang.
The members of the churches, I was surprised. Almost nearly 100% of them, they are old rural area people, grandpa and grandmas.
Ayang hado pumai nok talak ye lai wanda. Hado ma jingi nok ye bunguk pumai nok anyo calon ayang ko do ma vunyu vuba. Api apulang yakan ma mabu akan yang.
The Sunday I attended that day, around 50 people, old people, they were in the church.
Tau wong suku hanyo ni kada tengah nanjing ayang hado wong vunyu vuba lang wong yang ni.
But surprisingly,
Ayang ko yasan lakna.
I saw the church like a bullet like this. I read it. Then they were supporting one missionary in Haiti.
Excuse me.
They're supporting one missionary in Haiti.
Atau lana Haiti missionary chada au mo yang ni.
They're supporting one missionary in China.
Anyo missionary cha China ma hado da mo yang ni.
They're supporting one missionary in Philippines.
Ayang Philippines me ano missionary chada mo yang ni.
Wow, they're supporting me too. They're supporting
ayang yasan
myself.
atau ayang imana mo yang ni.
Such a small rural church.
Hakibu jing inok ye mo ko bumarok na choy
They
ay
do mission work.
mission gospel man.
And then churches, there are some old churches in Korea.
Ayang bumarok alang hado dia Korea.
Of course, they do also world mission.
Imano kadong yu ngau amay tamahan ko tuition ba yung nam.
But there are newly planted small churches. They're also praying for world mission. Or some of them, they're also supporting raising the money for world mission.
Ayang boy bumarok alalan aceng habu ngai wang lalo o mission drilling nang ayang kadong yu asay jing na sa mission ma may dam yana.
Generally, as I said, Korean people, especially Korean Protestant believers, they have a basic mind. We have received good news freely.
Teman Korea kadalan na ayang Protestant teman na anya ina mong ma mokwa kawang kumao may dam halak jing na sa tu hado.
That's why this is our turn to give freely.
Ayang cacangca doyang ke kumao may tani tumana cacangca palak ibang mo na.
So, Korean churches say, go and give freely to all over the world.
Korea bumanok lang na ibuat tayo ayang cacangca karong akan pide sayo hado sino.
So, as I said, Korean church, they have sent out nearly 30,000 missionaries.
Korea bumanok lang na kadong yu akan pide hata taban nanjing missionaries sonang jasa tahu ibu dia.
And then some people may raise the question, how can the Korean churches send so many missionaries overseas?
Hangga kadang akan pide missionary tisin may Korea kata na hangga suan oklak sa mongabu kata ada mongo suno.
Well, some people may say, well, Korea, because Korea is which country?
Kata ada may ino, ay Korea hak nang muda ayang hak to muda su ino.
Or some people may say, well, Korean church, they might have much money in Korean church.
Korea bumanok lang man sihingin na mo nang ba sa o tayo.
Let me give you very, very important insight from now. Listen carefully.
Ayang boy among mabu chuday cha haga tamhanu nangi may chay ku.
As you see, that is whole Korean peninsula, small country.
Ado China suibu Korea. Ano kabik din.
Korea, as you know, Korea divided north and south. You know that.
Korea north hayang south sa tamyang boku.
But Korean people, we are only one tribe.
Hayang boy Korea katalana chacha hengonam.
Not like Kashi or Nagas. We are only one tribe.
Kasi hay naga kiya chat maham disi hayang mo tumana chacha hay.
North and South Korean, we are using same language.
Hayang north hayang south ongkambu ngau cha hay ngau nam.
We have a same culture.
Teman uzim wanglam cha mo na.
We are eating same food.
Cha kibu hanam.
But 1948,
Ayang boy 1948 ma.
North Korean, they were occupied by communists.
North Korea lana, communist lana. Yak damyang ye, now damyang ye.
Of course, South Korea, we are remaining democratic.
South Korea lana, democratic teman ki buang lama.
So 2 years later, it was 1950.
Mambyang ye pema, ado 1950 ma.
Three North Korean brothers, they invaded South.
North Korea lana, ado South yalak maklak jenese bayang.
So maybe elderly people, you know that that's why Korean War broke out in 1950.
Lumay lana sin number 1950 ma, tau kia Korea wa wihok mayang.
For 3 years of Korean War, my country, Korea, we totally destroyed.
Teman Korea, mambyang limong ma, ado wihok wanda. Land sa Korea, mayang ye.
Cities and towns and villages, everything turned to ashes.
Ching hai chila, hong kumbu, adawa wan maknamyang ye.
We lost innocent civilians and people. Millions of lives we lost because of Korean War.
Ado Korea wa, wihok chingne se, hang asengu, kada amaylan, mabu, ayan payang ye, diyang ye.
July 1953,
53 July man,
our country permanently divided North and South.
North ayang South se, chindabun chingne, tambu ngayang ye.
That's why now you can see there are two Koreans. One is North Korea, another one is South Korea.
Tau kema tini teman ngi oku South Korea, North Korea se tambu atau jenengi onang.
So, from this time, I'm not talking about North Korea because I'm from South Korea.
Sa North Chiang Mau ichi tawa South Korea bu ayang South Chiang Mau na.
My country, South Korea, after the war, my country, we became the poorest nation in all over the world. Did you know that?
We hope hai ma kadok ni ma tuinan bu yoma tuinan bu attack na South Korea.
Later 1950s, early 1960s, my country, we were the world poorest nation. Did you know that?
Ayang 1950s akem ye kau ma anyo 1960s awang ye kau ma kadok ni ma judek ni nak bulan na ayang isi ma tuinan bu yom attack na teman Korea ko yang ni.
So in 1960s, 1950s, our country, Korean GDP per person, wow, only $75.
Kada cha nanbu ayang halak na tau buat USD 75. Ado najing o yang ni.
That GDP,
Economically.
maybe many of you know what the GDP means. For that country, the measure of how rich this country is.
Kadok you country bama hangsin na hakalo ma ado ya fan ka.
So 2024, right now, Korean GDP, our GDP is $37,000. You can compare 56 years ago.
Korea ma 37,000 monam. Asong wat bu 75. Tapi lo sa 35,000 moinam.
You can imagine how poor you were.
Ama ado 1950s and 60s ma hangsin tuinan o yang busi.
1960s, the poorest nation in the whole world, this country, Korea, South Korea, they start to send out missionaries to overseas.
Ang boy 1960s man, this na kadok ni missionaries nanbu. Kadok na nobu Korea lana, missionaries lan kadok ni de sonbu.
That was mysteries.
Hadawa yasa naktoy.
How could this poorest nation send out missionaries overseas?
Halan sina tuy nanbu. Kadok ni country aate missionaries son opu.
1960s Korean church, we sent out around 20 missionaries to overseas, such a poor country.
1960s pangpama missionaries ta nanjing.
So as you see,
So yang ke kadok ni.
Korean missionary numbers keep growing till now until 30,000 missionaries right now. we are the second largest missionary sending countries in whole world.
Saba hadoma kada ta sona wangu mumbu sa haja taban missionaries dan sonang hayang kadong yu kamatan Christian country yoma anya ina missionaries sesuatu ni sebaya kan sa South Korea mana.
As I said, 1953 July, same time, same day, same people group divided North and South.
1953 July North hayang South kada cacanan miyang sibu hayang boy tambu ngayang ye.
So this gives you some insight.
Atau teman alam ca ngabu monam.
Today, two countries, North and South, you will see what difference.
Tini North hayang South country ni hangi yuyu ni miyang busi noman ngilang.
Spiritually,
Ya alim.
as I say, South Korean Christians, we have around 8 to 9 million believers we have.
South Korea mahasa Christian land 8 million nanti monam.
North Koreans,
North Korea ikaw ma.
they demolished all the churches and killed the Christians. We don't know how many underground believers in North Korea. We don't know how many believers in North Korea right now.
North Korea maa kumanok lan kong kumumyang yang ki hayang Christian land du yang ki hayang boy yingi be lowa kadok bung paulan ya kan Christian ngok boy iman lo hang semyang boy ya betawat ini yo.
So the South Korea, they said we have 60,000 Protestant churches in South Korea.
South Korea ma sa haja tabok nancing Protestant kumanok lan monam.
But North Korea, officially for the foreigners, they have small two churches.
Hayang boy North Korea ma aku masing guna kumanok cingabo nyi monam.
Of course, missionaries we send, but North Korea no.
Teman South missionary land haja tapan so nangonang kadok yu akan fine hayang boy North ma chao dinam.
And I said now Korea is world's second largest missionary sending countries.
Hayang Korea country maabu yung missionary anyay suat buwa yakan nisu pan mangonang si iyang ye.
But North Korea,
Hayang boy North Korea.
you see, the world, which country of the world is most severe persecution? They made rankings.
Krisya katalan da anyay sanggu yakan setahu buwa suyong buwa ma atau North Korea ma monam.
You see, what country is number one of Christian persecution?
Angga Christian katalan sangat bongga sausinedam atau North Korea jang laidu.
Sadly, my own people, North Korea, they are the world number one Christian persecution country right now.
North Korea hayang atau katalan imana Christian missionary lan Christian katalan da sangat bongga sa tamat ko kadong imana rowan monam.
Since Korea divided North and South, in the North, around 3,000 churches demolished.
North hayang South sa tamanda North ma haja lip nanti bumenok pongkembu yang tamyang ye.
Tens of thousands Christians either in prison or killed.
Haja Christian katalana kamnong maandam ko hayang tuyang ye.
So, economically, what changed these two countries? Economically,
Đâu kay ma đâu country ni kamat ni pongsan bu lam ma hen lai wa.
when we divided in 1950s, North Korean GDP per person was around 13,000 rupees.
Country ni le tamboy bang ma GDP 160 atau 160 right?
$160, but Indian rupees, 13,000 rupees.
13,000 rupees atau 1950s ma daw mo yang ye.
Compared to countries, Korea, South Korea, we were much, much poorer than the North.
Hayang South lama North hayang pongsan bu lama semyang semubu.
Now today you will see what happened.
Kini teman ngilang
North and South, you can see.
North hayang South ni ba yuyun yang teman ngilang.
This picture was taken from the satellite. This picture taken from the spaceship satellite.
Teman ngi bu atau lai pana Wang yi gom ya bu mo na, yip bu mo no.
You can see the light. North Korea, completely dark.
No man no North Korea tu le lap yang ada wa na se nyam ni na.
No power. No power.
Ada kan anam.
It tells how poor they are.
Hang sin iman tui na lu si.
While South Korea, even night time, our country become bright like the sun daytime.
Hang ne South Korea ma wang nyam ko ni ning ki e hai mo si.
Now, economically, you see the Korean economy, South Korean economy grow up almost 37 US dollars, $1,000.
South Korea lan ong sen ko lama 37 US dollar ya kan tau ong nam.
But the North Korean economy doesn't grow at all. Can you see that?
Ayang boy North Korea trong bu yi ji be tok pai di bu.
As I say, 1950s, when we divided North and South, North Korean GDP was $165 US. South Korean, we only $75 US.
$75 ayang $165 ada difference GDP me.
No.
South ayang now ya ban yan bu ada teman nginam.
So now Korea and South Korea, we are the one-sixth economic, strong country now.
Ayang boy function bu lam sa ji mai bu mong bu hak bu yi me. Ya ban sa ba South Korea ta dong yi mana
You
mo
can,
su bu bang mana.
you can see the North,
No mana North ni kau ngilam.
and even trade. You can compare North and South.
Ayang pilot wen kai on laid off.
And then GDP, as I said, Korea, our GDP